Hello cuties, welcome back to my channel, Glorify here. Today I want to cover the two new SP that coming up on the 27th in a couple days here. Um, these are very big news and it will change the entire meta, basically in PvE and PvP. Um, so here I have the translation skill for SP Guan Yu, which is it's going to be SP Guan Yu and SP Liu. Let's go ahead and cover SP1U first, right? And then I'll go over my rating, should you pull, and and then after that yeah. And then next video I will have a video covering if or for new server start because there's a server that just released today, and if you want to get prepared for this two new insane SP, um, I'll show you step by step on what to do on the new server, etc. So yeah, let's go ahead. First is SB Guan Yu. He's an attacker. Um, let's go and read his basic attack here. Deal 100% physical damage to an enemy, and then get one Dragon Soul point. Basic one. And now the additional one is permanently increase ally shoot heroes block percentage by 10% and deal 20% more damage up to 2 times per round. So if you attack twice, per round. He get buff the entire every shoe by 20% block and 40% more damage. Alright, if an attack isn't crit, follow up with basic attack that restore dragon point 2 times max. So you can kind of see the combo here, and it and then if an attack isn't crit, follow up with one rage attack. So you can kind of see the synergy here. So you don't want him to crit, so that he follow with basic attack and rage attack. His race skill, as we unlock skill based on his position, when he's in the back row, and then so each attack reduces final crit percentage by 200%, but increases final pierce, okay, by 100%. Pierce damage ignores shield, reflection, and block percentage. So this is really good. Increase up to 150%. And then when he's in the front row, SG1 you deal 240% physical damage to an enemy hero with the highest attack. If they are frozen, follow up with one rage attack. So the same one, and then SB1 you gain one stack of undispellable clear spring that we'll cover in a bit. Last time the battle end, 3 stack max. When in the back row, SB1 you switches ray attacks to Starward Rise, so dealing 176 physical damage to enemy heroes in a column, and then true damage equal to 15% of the HP loss. And then before the round end, SP1 you lower his rage reaches speed by 100% but gain one stack of the rapid flow until the battle end. So you have definitely different play style, front row and back row, and I'll tell you the different team depend on for front row or back row later on. Um, uh, and then when an ally hero is defeated, he lose all stack. And then Clear Spring, he gained grant 20% DR, and then reduce damage dealt by enemy heroes on opposite column by 20%. Uh, and then Rapid Flow, he gained more damage, so his stack grant 25% rage damage, reducing healing and shielding received by enemy heroes on opposite column. And then he will gain rage up to 10 times after he take damage from heroes. Uh, and then gaining again reset the rage region limit. Onto his SP skill. 1 second here. Onto his SP skill. Uh, as you want to restore 500 rage at the cost of 3 Dragon Soul, so he's just consume his Dragon Soul points, gain 500 rage, and then he attack all enemies, dealing a lot of damage. Um, and then he does extra like basically double damage to the healer. The ones, um, and then each stack of the above, and then provide an additional 10% rate and extra percent pierce damage. Remember, pierce is unblockable. It's really OP. Ignore shield, reflection can't be reflect, can't so go straight to your health and can't be block either. And then it store the total damage um, upon casting, and then flick irresistible and indisputable whirlpool on the enemy hero on the opposite side. Right, so the damage store can up 80% of Guan Yu XP, and then at the end of each round, he casts the rage attack once your enemy hero in the whirlpool. If an enemy hero in the whirlpool take rage attack from SP1 U that exceed 35% of their max HP, they will leave the battle. Right, so extremely OP. Whirlpool convert damage dealt into healing for the enemy hero with the lowest HP and remove it when the sum of healing exceeds the store value. And at the end of each round, SP1 U cast rage attack once to enemy and heroes in the whirlpool. Right, so let's talk about his awakening. At the end of each round, if SP1 U is in the front row, so this is playing with the front row comp. Remove control status from every ally. Give them waterfall, and then resist damage. And then if no less than 2 enemy heroes are frozen, grant allies ice wall, and then resisting more damage when they take rage attack or dragon soul skill. So crit rest. And then ally SP Zhangfei gain 3 initial soul point. Uses 1 less soul point when casting skill, and gain 3 soul points at the start of each following round. And then when the SV Zhengfei show cast, SP1 you follow up rage attack once, up to 10 times per round. Um, really OP. But yeah, waterfall resist damage equal to 30% max freeze. Uh, and then ice wall resists some more damage. This is the freeze comp. With the if you watch my last video covering one of the new hero. Uh, I forgot his name already. Chen Dao. You know he have a lot of freeze in his kit, and I remember I told you that you can't play his team yet. Well, this is the time. This is the like with SP Guan Yu in front row. That is one of the comp that you can play him with. So, but I'll talk more about that later. And then if there's an even number of ally Shu heroes deploy, SP Guan Yu gain 1 point. Swap position with the hero in the same column after casting his skill, and then only 1 times per round. If the swap hero is from Shrew, grant them full stack of their that. And then if SP Zhangfei is deploy, also give him three points for him. And if there's an odd number of allies Shrew deploys, we gain 1 soul after his skill and trigger a rage attack once by hero in the same column. And then if heroes from Shrew, they also get the stack. And then at UR5, SP when you rage costs 500 less. Just Dragon Soul costs 1 less. And then the first time he received both Clear Spring and Rapid Flow. Gain another Guardian Bond skill, level 1 by default, and 100% Pierce. And then we'll put change to deactivate buff and seal effect. And then if execution take effect, reduce enemy pet attack, etc. And then he just getting a bunch of stuff, right? So now let's talk about him. So for this, so you can kind of see if you gain both of the buff, right? You need to play even number of Shu, because then he can swap position. Because if you play odd number or not full Shu, is the um the UR5 doesn't really matter as much. So his best team is definitely full out Shu, right? And I'll tell you, so it will be definitely be the three brother. So SP Zhangfei. SP Zhangfei is the enabler for SP Guan Yu. Okay, you need SP Zhangfei with so SP Guan Yu is OP, is really OP, but you need even just a zero fire SP Zhangfei. SP Zhangfei is the enabler. He need SP Zhangfei in the team, and then the other no brainer is SP Liu Bei. So that's just the three bro. Okay, the ultimate three bro. And then you just fill out the rest of the comp with three Shu, right? So I can think of right now, you can definitely want Xing Qian red, Mao Chao red, and then who will be the other one? What's her name? The Xing Qian Bond. The girl with the Jinping, right? So those three will make up a very very solid team. Or six through, your carry, especially Guan Yu. Um, so that's definitely a no-brainer. I'll cover more team, in a more in-depth video when he come out. Um, but to give him my rating, so you know how OP SP Zhang Liao is. So imagine 10 times that, right? So SP Guan Yu is a 10 times SP Zhang Liao. You know how you couldn't even hit SP Zhang Liao because he turned on. So SP Guan Yu just ignore everything. He will just chop down everything. Let's cover his bond. Um, so with Guanping Guardian, he gained 12% damage. And also you gotta know one thing with six Shu open, right? When he have both of the buff, he gain another bond skill. So like you can get both of this, right? That's if you play six Shu. So that's why it's so important. So with Guanping as Guardian, as you're going to gain 20% damage if a pet is deployed as an ally, and then you gain the pet assist skill at 2 star, and then if the pet deploy an assistance every 4 times when you cast rage attack, randomly select a pet, cast it up to 5 times max per battle. So this is really good for I believe you rank up to 5, it will go to 5 star. Um, but this is pet skill. This is what you would want to use at the late game, but it's not recommended for early game because you don't have any pet early game. Does that make sense? Um, and then this important line right here at the start of each round, if the ally pet's attack is no less than 50% of SP Guan Yu, all ally heroes HP will not drop below 30% in one round. So that's an insane HP lock, okay, for all ally. And then at the end of each round, if more than two allies hero drop below 35% attack, and then reduce ally pet attack by 30%. This just make sure that you hit that threshold. Very good. This team they have here is okay. Um, I don't know why it have uh, what's his name? The fat guy. What is the fat guy name? Is he a Wei character? Oh, Shuchu. I don't know why they have Shuchu in here. Like I said, this will deactivate his UR5 because you need him to swap position to gain both the buff. And if he only and then he only gain both of the buff if he can be buffed from front and both back line, right? So the other one, Jinping. When Jinping as Guardian, as when you gain crit and CC immunity, so he literally just have a built-in at Lubu, right? Insane. SP1 you basic attack reduce enemy block chance even more, and until the battle end, up to 2 times per round, and then ally Shu heroes gain 40% depen at level 1 by the way. SP1 you is in the back row, he gained 100% pierce, and then every 30% of Guan Yu crit higher than enemy crit rest, there's a 50% chance to increase his spear damage even 30% more, right? All the way up to 150. And then when he's in the front row, Shu hero gain 20 block, and then he also gain crit, a bunch of damage. Right? Um, this team is okay with, but I definitely better with Mashao in here, and then another Shu, so like Jinping. Instead of playing, I think this duel is kind of outdated. Um, so yeah. But these are definitely, um, I wouldn't recommend this for starter, because you're talking about Red Awakening, Red Awakening, Red Awakening, right? You wouldn't use this three character when you start out. you wouldn't touch them until you have Red Awakening, right? So these are definitely late game team, but I don't know why this is Shu in here. That would mess up the Shu. And then this one is a full Shu team, right? But you can definitely substitute Zhang Bao and Guanxing, I think, with better unit, right? This is definitely more new player unit. Um, so instead of Xing Chen in early game, I would use like Wenji or another unit. But these two you can pull for them. Uh, but I'll talk more about that on my fresh start, right? On the new server. Um, next video. Okay. Uh, and as for conclusion, this is a must pull unit. This is like another SP Zhang Liao. SP Zhang Liao lasted so long and was literally at the top of the meta for so long. But when SP Guan Yu come out, you can basically retire SP Zhang Liao. Okay, he will carry you in PVE, PvP. Basically, if you don't have SP Guan Yu, you will lose. Like this is when characters the power creep start to kick in. It's a lot of power. So even if you way stronger than than your opponent, you can still lose if they have SB on you and you don't. My recommend is all in UR5, right? Just drop it on day one. Um, that will be it for this video. Next video I will be covering SB Lube. Stay tuned for that and thank you, cutie. Bye bye.